Province will be taking place later on this morning. The court came into operation in January this year and immediately made a positive impact on the lives of the people in Limpopo in that they no longer have to travel long distances to Pretoria to access services of the High Court. So for more on this story, let's say a very good morning to Mike Maringa. Mike, good morning.
Good morning to you and welcome back to Bickert Street and Bodenstein. This is where history is happening today. The opening of the first court in the democratic dispensation. I've said earlier on that this is a very humongous building. It's got section A, it's got section B. Like you rightfully said in the beginning that the court opened its doors in January this year. It was proclaimed on the 15th of January and from the 25th of January it started operating. We have had serious cases here. You'll remember the Vuwani case. It was judged here. There was another case that also took the nation by surprise, where a man slit the throats of his 4 sons. The case was also judged here. But let me not take the thunder. Let me bring the judge president to talk to us about the activities in this High Court. Let me bring now Judge Ephraim Makgoba. Tate Makgoba, welcome to Morning Live. You opened doors in January 25th. What has been happening since?
Well, indeed, after opening of this court in January, 25th of January, we started normally like any other high court in the country with a lot of activity in all cases, be it criminal cases and civil cases. And as you have earlier said, even some of the highlights of the cases already took place here.
Let's talk about Vuwani and the Kekana case. These are some of the cases that the SABC has covered in the past. Take us through that and other prominent cases that have been judged here up to this far.
It is so that the Kekana case was quite a very serious, vicious murder of a man slaughtering his own children. This case would have, in the normal course, would have been in Pretoria, but since the opening of this court, it was found that the case should be held here so that the people around the province will be able to watch the proceedings and know of the outcome of the case. And indeed, this is what happened. And then people were able to see justice on motion at their doorstep. Regarding the Vuwani case also, it was quite a very, very important case for the community, especially with regard to municipal dispensation, where the borders of the municipality have to be determined. The case also, under normal circumstances, would have gone to Pretoria, but because of the facility here, people in the province were able to watch the court proceedings and get the finality in that regard.
Let's talk about this building. It's only yesterday that I got to learn that it's got 2 sections. We've got section A and section B. And here at section A, we're talking about 17 courtrooms. Take us through what's happening at the other section.
The other section has the following branches: National Director of Prosecution, Legal Aid South Africa, Master of the High Court, and the State Attorney. These are other departments which are within the Department of Justice and Correctional Services, which broadly also serve the community.
That's where we leave it. That's the President Judge Ephraim Makgoba. He has presided over some serious cases here in the province. We will be going to a commercial break now, but before we go that, we've got the nice band that has been giving us some nice melody in the morning, the SABC Jazz Band.